There's a certain kind of pain that doesn't just hurt your body, it steals pieces of your life. And for the longest time, that was me. I'd wake up every morning already tired, already bracing myself for another day of discomfort. People who don't have it think chronic aches are just an inconvenience. But it's not like that. Not when it happens every single day. Not when it stops you from doing the simplest things. I didn't feel old, I just felt broken. At first, it was just a dull ache in my lower back. Something you shrug off, something you think will just pass, but then it spread. My neck, my shoulders, my knees. Some days, even my hands would throb like I'd been punching walls all night. I'd sit for too long pain. I'd stand for too long pain. I'd climb a flight of stairs pain. Even just rolling over in bed at night felt like someone was twisting a knife in my joints. And the worst part wasn't the physical pain itself. It was what that pain took from me. I stopped going for walks. I stopped being able to play with my kids the way I wanted to. I couldn't exercise. I couldn't sleep through the night. Even getting out of a car became this mini battle I had to fight. These tiny moments that most people don't even think about. They became mountains for me. I used to be patient, kind, and easygoing. But when you're hurting every minute of every day, you turn into a version of yourself you don't even recognize. Snappy, exhausted, ashamed, and the shame that hits different. Because the pain makes you feel weak. It makes you feel like you're just complaining, like you're letting people down, like you're falling behind while everyone else is living their lives normally. I tried everything. I did all the stretching routines. I watched every YouTube pain relief video you can imagine. Heat pads, cold packs, all the over-the-counter stuff, turmeric capsules, joint supplements, weird ointments that smelled like chemicals. I did massages, injections, chiropractor visits. I even took the just get more sleep advice seriously. But every single time something didn't work, I felt more and more hopeless. Some nights I just sit on the edge of my bed and cry quietly because I was just so tired. Tired of being in pain. Tired of pretending I was okay. Tired of feeling like my own body was fighting against me. I remember one morning so clearly. I bent down to tie my shoes and I literally couldn't get back up without holding onto the wall for support. I just stayed there for a moment, head down, hands on my knees, and I thought to myself, is this really going to be my life now? That moment broke me in a way I can't explain. I wasn't looking for miracles anymore. I wasn't even searching for big solutions. I just wanted something, anything, to take the edge off. So there I was, scrolling late at night, reading stories from other people who had the same struggles, the same aches, the same frustrations. And a couple of people kept mentioning this cooling liquid called Arctic Blast. Not in a, hey, go buy this kind of way. It was just casual comments like, it helps me loosen up my neck, or I use it before bed so I can actually sleep, or this stuff sinks in fast. That's what caught my attention. It wasn't the product, it was the relatable stories of real pain. And I thought, at this point, what do I have to lose? Arctic Blast showed up a few days later. Just a tiny bottle, and honestly, I didn't expect much. I'd tried 100 other things before. But the first time I used it, I felt that cooling sensation almost instantly. It was like my skin was finally telling my pain, hey, just take a break. It didn't numb anything. It just softened the intensity enough that my body could finally breathe. I started applying 3 to 4 drops like they said, first thing in the morning and again right before bed. And little by little, I started getting pieces of my life back. The stabbing pain in my shoulder began to ease up. My lower back wasn't locking up every time I bent over. I could walk for longer without wincing. I could sleep through the entire night without constantly shifting. It didn't cure me, nothing really does that. But it helped me function again. It helped me feel human again. It helped me go through a whole day without feeling completely defeated. And that, to me, was everything. If you're watching this right now because you're tired of hurting, tired of trying things that don't work, and tired of feeling like nobody really understands, I get it. Pain isn't just physical, it steals your joy, your patience, and your identity. And if something exists that can give you even a few hours of relief, a break from that constant pressure, a chance to just breathe again, you deserve that. For me, Arctic Blast was that small piece of relief. It wasn't magic. It wasn't a miracle. It was just a moment of peace in a body that was always hurting. And sometimes that's all you really need to start feeling like yourself again. Thanks for listening to my story.